breaking news alert.
I don't believe wrong is far to leave me.
Another day of protests at the state capitol. Over 1,000 demonstrators marched through the streets of downtown Nashville to the state capitol this afternoon, demanding more gun reform. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to News 2 at 5. I'm Bob Mueller.
And I'm Haley Wilgus. We have team coverage tonight. Our state capitol reporter, Chris O'Brien, and News 2's Stephanie Langston are standing by. We're going to start with Chris tonight as protesters begin to enter the capitol, and Chris is right there.
Haley, Bob, good evening. I'm going to go ahead and actually just step out of the frame here and let you see the end of the line just behind me right there. And then we'll swing it around the other way and show you actually the front of the line. This is a pretty long line we're talking about. You can see those columns, those pillars right there. That is where the entrance to the visitors entrance for the Capitol starts. So really pretty long line here. It's going to take at least a half hour before all these people can get in. Even if they allow all of them in, really it's another question as capacity will reach at some point. But for now, right, there's a big rally. They just moved, minutes ago from the Legislative Plaza over to where we are now. They brought 6 coffins that they are trying to bring in. I do not know if they have been successful or not, but they carried those coffins across the entire city.
Coffins headed to the Capitol. Monday marks 3 weeks since the deadly Nashville shooting at the Covenant School. And today, thousands joined a Moral Monday rally and march to the state capitol. We caught up with organizers ahead of time.
Forget Democrat, forget Republican, left versus right. How does what you're doing line up with our deepest moral values?
The last 3 weeks have seen a string of different forms of protest, including children marching to the governor's residence with letters they wrote asking for gun reform.
I just don't want anyone else to, die.
I want to be a scientist, and I can't do that if we're busy with precautions about someone coming into our school.
We can't afford to have any more tragedies.
Though gun violence is the focus of Monday's Ranker, organizers say it goes deeper.
Well, not only are we seeing an effort to put more guns in the street rather than ban assault weapons, even in the face of our babies dying and their tears still being heard from their graves, these state legislatures are refusing to pass Medicaid.
But the question still persists. Will any gun legislation pass, as this week is expected to be the last of session? Governor Bill Lee has urged the General Assembly to pass an order of protection law, but chose not to push a bill himself. Reporters then asked him today, what is he doing?
Working really, really hard. Have been since the day we started talking about this. Worked on it over the weekend with teams and with legislators and with folks who recognize that now is the right time to get that accomplished.
The legislature has to introduce and pass a bill by the end of this week if there's going to be an immediate change.
Now, as far as those coffins go, I did just mention we're not entirely positive if they were able to be brought inside or not. We're going to head to the front here in just a little bit and see what we can find out. Stick with us here on 2 or find us on Twitter even for all of the latest updates as they happen. Bob, Haley, I'll send it back to you guys.